So, Heidi ho, meine Lieben, und herzlich willkommen zum 12. Versuch eines neuen Live-Let's Plays, Live-Let's Grusels, eines neuen Spiels, nachdem ich mit Pirate Drive nicht so viel Glück hatte, weil es irgendwie nicht sich starten lassen wollte, Belladonna rumgezickt hat ohne Ende und ich eine Stunde mit sinnlosem Gebrabbel und dem Versuch, Spiele zum Laufen zu kriegen, vergeudet habe, hoffe ich und drückt mir mal die Daumen, dass es jetzt klappen wird. Infos gibt es gleich. Lasst mich das Spiel erstmal starten, um zu gucken, ob jetzt irgendwie halbwegs alles laufen tut. Okay, sieht gut aus. Besser als eben zumindest. Was hat die denn da für einen hübschen Kopfschmuck?
Oh, the physical sensation. Pain? I'm alive? That's odd. I don't feel alive. What's going on? I have no memories of anything before this point in time. My mind is tabula rasa. Yet, I have a language. I seem to be in some laboratory of sorts. Maybe I can find out what happened if I look around.
Ja, und es hat gestartet und wir können endlich spielen. Oh mein Gott. Ich habe ja eigentlich die Hoffnung schon fast aufgegeben, dass wir heute streamen können. Nochmal halbwegs vernünftig streamen können. Also, Belladonna ist ein Spiel, das von Neckbolt entwickelt wurde. Die haben wir am Anfang gesehen. Black Shell Media sind die Publisher. Das Spiel selbst ist im Februar 2015 herausgekommen und das Besondere ist, Neckbolt ist eigentlich nur eine einzige Person, und zwar ein Niklas Hellen, ich hoffe, ich habe den Namen richtig ausgesprochen, geht in die Gattung oder das Genre des Horror-Point-and-Click-Adventures. So ein bisschen erinnert es mich an The Second Guest, wer sich noch erinnert, als wir das damals gespielt haben. Und wenn das ein Einzelner gemacht hat, Alter, wie gut kann die Person zeichnen? Ich meine, diese ganzen Grafiken, wenn das nur ein einziger ist, das ist eine super geile Grafik hier einfach. Und diese Optik, die hat schon sowas schön gruselig, morbides, makabres, das gefällt mir auf jeden Fall. Die Spielzeit bewegt sich so ungefähr bei 1 bis 2 Stunden. Wie wir von dem guten Ammon erfahren haben, ist das nach Cyrus Spielzeit 2 bis 5 Stunden Spielzeit, die wir hier verbringen werden. Ich werde mir genüsslich alles anschauen, das sage ich jetzt schon mal. Und bin echt gespannt. Es soll eine richtig gute Story haben. Es soll eine tiefgründige Story haben. Und wenn es auch halbwegs gruselig noch ist, dann könnte das ein kleines Highlight für mich werden. Aber wir schauen uns erstmal um, und zwar hier rechts, wo wir aufgewacht sind. Wir sind eine wandelnde Leiche. Wir sind reanimiert worden, was offenbar mit Hilfe dieser Kopfkonstruktion erfolgt ist. Wer wir aber waren und wie wir zu Tode kamen, das müssen wir herausfinden.
A torture device turned into a strange machine. What kind of place is this?
Ich weiß es nicht. Ich weiß es nicht.
My very first memory is waking up on this thing. Before that, nothing. I wonder what I am.
Mir gefällt die Synchronsprecherin. Die hat eine schöne, angenehme Stimme.
Books. A lot of natural philosophy and chemistry. Something by an M.W. Shelley.
Oh, Moment, Shelley. Shelley, da klingelt es irgendwie bei mir. Woher kenne ich den Namen Shelley?
Now is not the time.
No, wieso ist denn nicht die Zeit dafür?
There's a handwritten note here. Maybe it can shed some light on my situation.
Oh yeah, ich darf euch Englisch vorlesen. Wolfram von Trauerschloss. It is with shaking hands and heavy heartbeats I gather before me the instruments of my last desperate attempt. I find myself on the threshold of my toils, a turning point For should I fail tonight, I doubt I shall find the strength and resolve to continue. At my feet now lays the lifeless remains of my beautiful Belladonna. A few hours ago my wife was alive and well, and now she has been cut open, dissected, altered, and artificially reconstructed. From the second she gave up her final breath, I have worked tirelessly to preserve and prepare her corpus, that I might infuse the spark of being back into her lifeless limbs. This is the final test of all my research and experimentation the past 5 years. The complete revivification and human being, body and soul. The anxiety I feel is agonizing. Oh Gott, so komplizierte englische Wörter. But I cannot let it hinder me from carrying out what I must do. For my own sake and for hers, the procedure must not fail. Englisch und so vorlesen funktioniert ja immer Bombe bei mir. Amon schreibt es schon gerade Frankenstein. Ja, so ein bisschen erinnert es daran, ne? Ein bisschen erinnert es daran. Wo war ich jetzt? Ach so. In my feverish dreams, my wife appears as such a lovely creature, so far removed from this creation before me. Her cheeks, once so full of laughter, are now pale almost to the point of transparency, with the skin stretched so thin over the cranium it threatens to rip at any moment. Her eyes would shine like the night sky, but are now empty, watery, and yellowish. I have to cling to my conviction that she will regain her former grace and vitality once she is brought back to the realm of the living. Her eyes will light up with the flame of life, a Promethean flame stone from the very gods. From this night on, man shall be the master of his own destiny, and God shall no longer be above us. As I write, the engines of life are finally heating up, the last of the preparations coming into order. The crucial moment is ever approaching. The time has come. Success! The attempt was a success. She's alive. Na, Black schreibt gerade Mary Shelleys Frankenstein. Genau, die Autorin von Frankenstein hieß ja Mary Shelley. Ich bin aber auch manchmal ein Demlappen. Okay, wir haben einen von mehreren Texten gefunden. Offenbar gibt es hier eine ganze Reihe davon. Und die werden wahrscheinlich so ein bisschen die Geschichte offenbaren.
There's a screwdriver in this toolbox. Better take it.
Wir haben einen Screwdriver. Leider nicht den Screwdriver, wie ihn der gute Dr. Who hat.
I have no idea what's inside of this, but it glows. That is one ugly gargoyle. Looks like a George to me.
Ach, jetzt stelle ich nicht so
The
an.
door won't budge. It seems to be barred from the other side. I might be able to unscrew these hinges, though.
Alles klar. Erstes
Screws on these
Rätsel.
hinges are rusty and stuck. I need some lubricant to loosen them up. With such a multitude of jars and bottles, at least one must have some sort of oil in it.
Ja, jetzt müssen wir noch weiter suchen. Huch. Galvanisches
It looks like the legs
Experiment.
of a frog hooked up with wires. And I'm pretty sure it moves when I'm not watching. A human skull or a paperweight.
Oh, da.
This oil looks expensive. Let's waste it.
Es sieht teuer aus. Lasst es uns verschwenden. Yeah. Vorhersage des Archivar der Hölle. Dachte, dass meine kleine Anspielung sollte reichen für einen Mann mit King Cyrus Hintergrund. Sie sollten mehr Bücher lesen. Ich sollte weniger spielen und gleichzeitig reden. Das ist eher das Problem.
I smeared some oil on the rusty screws. That should loosen them up.
Naja, hoffen wir es. Es war teures
I'm
Öl.
free.
Perfekt. Oh, da liegt noch mal ein Zettel.
Another piece of paper. This was written long before the last one.
Oh, Leute, da macht doch wenigstens die Schrift ein bisschen dicker, wenn ich nicht so viel schon vorlesen muss. Okay, irgendwie kriegen wir das schon hin. Ups, wenn ich nicht gegen meinen Akustikschaumstoff hier knalle. Walk is going great. Kept the rat alive for 1 hour and 26 minutes last night. Will move on to larger mammals within the week. I find my life more and more polarized into two phases. I remember times when I used to climb up and down the stairs like a squirrel each day, but now I spend most of my time and indeed most of my thought down here in my laboratory, only to step upstairs at night to sleep. It is warmer upstairs in the living area, but it is boring and understimulating. Down here is where I make progress, down here is what matters. And as I lay awake beside my sleeping wife, I often wish I was down here with my experiment. Black, versuch es gar nicht. Es gibt hier keinen Mimimi-Befehl. Den gibt's nicht bei mir. Nö. Belladonna grows increasingly distant. Ever since that fateful night when our baby Lucas gave up his last breath, she has lost all traces of her old self. God knows what she is thinking about as she silently gazes into the empty air or restlessly paces back and forth in the great hall. I, at last, am working with my grief. I have turned my attention to the silence of life and death. And not a day goes by when I do not think of how my son was ultimately taken from me. Oh, das ist echt anstrengend zu lesen, die kleine Schrift. This is the thought that drives me in this, the greatest of ambitions. My own son will never return, I have accepted it now. But thanks to me and my work, the cold, ruthless contrast between living and dead will in the future be much softer, maybe even completely erased. My wife thought that my wife too has let our grief devour her whole. She is emotionally and intellectually paralyzed, it seems to me. All her creativity and quickness of thought, the wittiness of her speech and the nimble way she used to jump from one conclusion to the next, all those qualities that made me fall in love with her in the first place, they have all been snuffed out like the flame of a candle. This makes me wonder even more why I bother to go up to her bed every night. The shell in which she has enclosed herself cannot be breached by anything I say or do. It is almost as though she is involved with someone other than me. I feel ridiculously for every writing it down. No, it seems ludicrous to think that Belladonna's disinterest in me is due to her seeing another man. I will not accuse her of that. It is just one of the many strange ideas that seem to appear in my head when I am down here by myself. I am probably just tired. I better try and get some sleep as soon as the rat's heart stops beating. Amon beginnt eine kleine Ballade zu singen mit einigen Sirenen. Mi, mi, mi. So. Schließen wir das hier mal.
What a dedicated knight to guard a damp dungeon like this. Maybe he was demoted. Maybe he likes the dark. Maybe he's secretly a poet. I bet his name is Roland.
Ah, Roland heißt du also. Schön, dich kennenzulernen, Roland. Keep rolling, rolling, rolling. Oh Gott, war der mies schon wieder. Okay, ich habe hier offenbar keine Hotspot-Funktion. Ich hatte jetzt mit Leertaste geguckt, ob es sozusagen mir die Hotspots alle anzeigt.
There's a long stick here. Perhaps it was used to try to chase away rats when trying to sleep.
Aber leider funktioniert das
someone
nicht.
has been sleeping quite a lot in this sorry excuse for a bed, and it was hardly the suit of armor. But why would someone choose to sleep down here?
Ja, offenbar jemand, der allen Grund nach oben zu gehen verloren hat. So, was haben wir hier? Eine weitere Seite. Okay. Curse my miserable existence, a hopelessness from which I see no convincible escape. I cannot rid myself of the feeling that there is something of utmost importance that I need to take care of, but that it is not yet time. That something beyond my control needs to be completed first. I carry inside me a sensation of waiting, yet I cannot name the thing I am waiting for. In the meantime, all I can do is work. I do make progress, but at any excruciatingly slow rate, and nothing I accomplish seems to calm the anxiety in my head. I sleep only a few hours every night and cannot remember my last hot meal. I am feverish and jump at the smallest of sounds. What is it that I am missing? I am spending more and more time down here with my research. I only occasionally go upstairs to sleep in the master bedroom. Most nights I sleep, if at all, in a makeshift bunk I have constructed in the cellar. It is not as comfortable, but my research is at a point where it oftentimes requires my constant attention, and comfort is not my priority. I am certain I am advancing over closer to the significant breakthrough, but it is as though I am powerless to control or even affect the rate of its occurrence. Oh Gott, so ein Pappmaul kriegt man von dem Vorlesen. Oh, gleich einen Schluck getrunken. And on top of this, I cannot rid my mind of the idea that Belladonna has forgotten me and taken a new lover. A new man in her life, someone more lively than me perhaps, someone who can still look at life with joy and optimism to match her own by grave tragedy unaffected humor. Yet who would that be? I can remember friends we used to have. In my memory, our wedding was a crowded and festive event, but it has been years since this castle has seen any visitors. I have no time for social obligations, and Belladonna seems to have given up on everything that is pleasant in life. I suspect that castle is in an undesirable condition as well. Almost all of the staff has left us. We're down to one girl who does the cupboards and lights the fireplaces, but I don't see much of her either in these days. For all I know, she might be gone as well. There cannot possibly be a man in Belladonna's life apart from me. Und was wenn doch? Was wenn doch?